Welcome back to the Barrel Zone for this daily breakdown. We are doing the full MLB slate breakdown as all days, and then we will talk some NBA, although we only have two games on the hardcore today. Six games on the MLB board that's not available to bet, but we will talk about them as well. I have one pick locked in, looking at a couple of other games as well, and also looking at an NBA game. I haven't logged in a bet on NBA yet, but we will talk about that as well. All right, so first MLB game on the board. Nationals at the Braves, Corbin at Davidson. This game is off the board. The odds you can see right here are not live. Tucker Davidson had one start for the Braves 2 weeks ago. He went 6 innings with 5 Ks, gave up 3 earned runs at the Mets. Low contact rate. He had a 19% swinging strike rate, almost a 50% ground ball rate, only gave up one walk. He has been all right in AAA, had like a sub 3 FIP, looking kind of decent. So I expect the Braves to still stay favored here. This line you can see on the board around minus 150. This was with Anderson starting, who has been scratched from this one. On the other side, Patrick Corbin, he has a 6+ ERA. Some positive regression will come to him, but I'm not a huge believer in the guy. He has a 400 plus WOBA against righties with a 6.5 FIP. Road numbers also pretty pedestrian. He has a 427 WOBA on the road. He only went 5 innings in each of his last 3 starts. Gave up at least 3 earned, 2+ walks, super hectic. Leading towards the Nationals, I'm expecting this line to open back up with Davidson around minus 120 to minus 125. I kind of like the Braves here. Obviously, it's a bit risky to back a pitcher that doesn't really have too much experience in the majors, but I think the Braves are the way better team, and I just don't like Corbin. Tampa Bay at the New York Yankees, Yarbrough at Cole. Game is off the board. I'm not sure why this matchup was announced yesterday already. My line here is Yankees minus 174. I don't think we will find value here. Cole has been a top 3 arm, no doubt about that. He has a 1.7 ERA through the season, averaging 6.5 innings per game, 226 xBOBA. 15% swinging strike rate, almost no walks, just 3.4%. The dude is a machine, and he should roll here. Yarbrough on the other end, 4 Sierra guy, but his K rate hasn't been that great this season, just 17%. Pretty high line drive rates against both sides of the plate, 29% against righties, 24 against lefties. He looked good in the last start against Philly, but only went 4 innings. That's the major problem with all these Rays arms who sometimes start, sometimes throw the bulk of the innings, that you don't know if he will go 4 innings or 5 innings or sometimes 6. But yeah, I think just Yarbrough will likely go 4 or 5. He also gave up 6 homers in the 2 starts before his last one. He's a bit hectic, and I always want to back him as the underlying numbers are pretty solid, but he just somehow never really delivers. So yeah, I won't be fading the Yankees here. I think minus 175-ish New York line is what we will get here. That's what I would line this game. Boston at Houston, Perez at Odorizzi. This is an interesting one. Perez, I think, is facing a really difficult start here. He's a lefty. Houston, one of the best offenses in the league against the left side of the plate. They have a 121 WRC plus with just a 17% K rate. And it's important as Perez is not missing any bats. He has a 7.7% swinging strike rate with an 82% contact rate. Numbers against righties are below league average, 25% line drive rate. He's not a huge K guy facing a team that doesn't really strike out. I think the Houston offense will get to him. My problem with Odorizzi here, although he has been pitching fine in his last outing, that was his first back from a pretty long injury layoff. His velocity is down like 2 miles per hour almost since last season. He in the last outing against the Padres, he went 5 innings with 4 Ks, gave up just one earned on 3 hits. His xFIP is like 2.5 runs lower than his ERA. Has been getting super unlucky so far, but the velocity dip is a bit concerning. I still kind of like him and would lean towards Houston. This opened up at minus 125 Astros, and it moved out to almost minus 140. And now we see some buyback. Depending on where this moves, I might jump on Houston, but I would need like minus 120 ish line to take a position here. I don't think we will get there. Texas at Colorado, Fultonevich, and this won't be John Gray. He got scratched. We will get Austin Gomber for Colorado. The line is still up, and you can bet it on Pinnacle and at a couple of shops. Is basically a pick 'em. I like Colorado here. So Fultonevich, he's coming off a 7 inning outing against Seattle. He gave up only 2 earned runs that looked kind of good, but it's not too difficult to look good against Seattle. Through the season, I think this will be a difficult start. So through the season, he has problems on the road. He has a 420 WOBA on the road, and he has problems against lefties. 435 WOBA, 7 FIP against lefties with a 25% line drive rate. He doesn't really miss as many bats as he used to. 7.8% swinging strike rate, almost a 40% hard hit rate. Leans to the fly ball side, which obviously is not a problem this year with the new ball. But this game is at Coors Field. So yeah, problems against lefties on the road, leans to the fly ball side. The Rockies do have some lefties who I think can touch up faulty here. Expected lineup has like Tapia, McMahon, Blackmon, Nunez. So they are kind of like all capable lefties at home. Obviously, Rockies on the road is not an offense I would have any stock in. So Austin Gomber, he has a 4 East Sierra, 25% K rate, averages swing and miss stuff, 45% ground ball rate. He has been getting unlucky with the 58% left on base rate, but he's shutting lefties down, which is good against Texas, and he is pretty decent at home, which, not a lot of pitchers can say that who are pitching at Coors Field. He has a 259 WOBA at home. He had like 2 bad starts through the entire season so far. So yeah, I kind of believe in him. Many lefties in the Texas lineup. As I said, he's really good against the side. Texas with a 95 WRC plus against lefties, 25% K rate, 140 ISO. They don't really walk either, just a 6.8% walk rate against lefties. So yeah, I took Colorado. I think you should do that as well. I rarely back them. I don't really like them, but Gomber knows how to pitch here, and I think Faulty will be in a bit of a trouble. Miami at Pittsburgh, Eliezer Hernandez, Ty Anderson. Hernandez coming off the 60-day IL. He had a bicep issue. He started 2 months ago, 3rd of April. He had 3 rehab starts in AAA. 4 innings was the longest one, so we are likely seeing him for like 4 or 5 innings here. He has a 3.5 FIP, 35% K rate in AAA, so he has been doing kind of well in the rehab starts. In 2020, he was a pretty good arm. He had a 3.1 ERA. I think he will be fine here. Pirates are one of the weakest teams against righties. Just 140 ISO, 83 WRC plus. We don't know how deep he will go, but Miami has an okay bullpen. I think Ellie can go like maybe 5 innings here, and they should be fine. Marlins drawing Tyler Anderson. Anderson has a 4 Sierra, 12% swinging strike rate. Not a lot of hard contact allowed by him. He's a bit of a fly ball guy, which is pretty good in this park. I will wait for a weather update, but I'm looking at the under here. I think we will I would probably line this at 7.5. If you are getting an 8 or higher, I'm interested. Obviously, you have to wait for a good weather update to get involved with this. But I think Ellie is fine. He looked good in the rehab starts. This Pirates offense just doesn't really scare me, and Anderson has been all right. So yeah, I'm looking at the under here. This is probably the most interesting game that's off the board right now, and I think we could have a good betting opportunity here. Arizona and Milwaukee, two plans here, and Brett Anderson. This has been this pitching change happened here like twice, I think. This was Hauser a few hours ago, and it was someone else yesterday. So the pitching change was really hectic. Anderson is trash. He's one of the worst arms in the league. He pitched 29 innings and he has a 4% swinging strike rate. 4%. I understand contact-based pitchers, but you cannot have a 4% swinging strike rate. He has an 89% contact rate with a 39% hard hit rate. So, and average is like 4 innings. So, yeah. Anderson is not a guy I would back. Duplantier, he didn't look good in one start. He's kind of average across the board. This is his second stint in the majors. He had a 4.5 ERA in 2019. Kind of not interested in this game. I think this will open up with Milwaukee being around minus 130 favorite. If they are bigger favorites, I'm thinking about backing Arizona. I think Brett Anderson is really, really bad, and there might be an opportunity fading him. But yeah, it's more of a skip game. Detroit at the White Sox. Casey Mize, Lance Lynn. Lynn got pushed to this game. Game got postponed last night, so we will get Lance Lynn again laying minus 200-ish. He was minus 200 yesterday. Guy is super good. Sub 4 Sierra, 12% swinging strike rate, 23% hard hit rate, 15% infield pop-up rate. So yeah, he is not giving up any hard contact, forcing infield pop-ups. Super solid stats against both sides. He allowed 215 Wobo at home so far this year. So yeah, I like Lin here. Mize on the other end, he has been pitching kind of well, especially recently, but I'm still not like fully sold. And I don't have a problem with him, but the Detroit offense to me is really just I don't buy these offensive outbursts that they are having. And the bullpen is pretty bad. So yeah, I won't be fading Lin here. And I don't trust them, Detroit's bullpen, to take the under, but the under is probably the right side here. But yeah, I make this minus 200 as well, so there is no line value here. Minnesota at KC, Happ at Bubic. Both arms are pretty bad here. J.A. Happ, I think, this is probably his last year in the league. He has a 7% swinging strike rate, 83% contact rate. Besides limiting hard contact to 31%, there is really nothing good about him. He has been pitching better at home, but on the road where this game takes place, he has a 370 Woba. Righties with a 360 Woba against him. I think Casey will probably hit him. Bubic on the other end, his Sierra is almost 5, while his ERA is 1.5. One of the most extreme regression candidates, and these guys usually regress really quickly. His velocity is down from last year. It's running with an 89% left on base rate, 220 betting average on balls in play, 3.6% home run to fly ball ratio. Ground ball guy, but just averaging 4 innings, has a 12% walk rate. So regression will come, and it will come quickly. I think this will be a high-scoring game, but it's really a pick 'em. Just pick your poison. I'm staying away. Cincinnati at St. Louis. Gutierrez at Wainwright. Game is off the board. These lines are not on what you see on the board, but I make this minus 127 Cardinals. Waino hasn't been amazing, but he still has a sub 4 ERA and Sierra. 46% ground ball rate, 31% hard hit rate. He has a 250 Woba at home. The Reds' offense is way weaker on the road. Cardinals have been kind of faded by the market. If there is some move on Cincinnati, I will fade them. I don't think Gutierrez should be close to a pick 'em. He had one start so far. In AAA, he was really mediocre. His minor league numbers dating back to 2017 really average-ish. He got also suspended for a banned substance, had some home run issues. So he's nowhere near being like an established major league pitcher like Wainwright. And I think, I mean, these teams are still like pretty close. So yeah, if we see Cincinnati money, I'm fading it. As I said, I made Cardinals minus 127. So this is another game that's off the board right now, but could be interesting together with the Pittsburgh game. These are the two that I'm really looking at. Seattle at the LA Angels, Sheffield at Canning, minus 156, minus 152 is the line. I make it minus 150. I agree with the line. But Canning is really a wild guy. I don't like backing him. He has a 10% plus walk rate, high line drive rates against both sides. He has a 15% swinging strike rate, so missing lots of bats, but he averages 4.5 innings, won't go deep into games, can always walk guys, and if he gives up a homer or something, he can crush you. So yeah, I'm looking to fade Seattle always. Sheffield is not a guy you are afraid of. He has a 5 Sierra, 84% contact rate, almost a 400 wOBA on the road, 7.5% swinging strike rate. His walk rate is 9%, so higher than his swinging strike rate. Angels without Trout, again, not running to the window to back them. Underwhelming offense overall, and I don't think I'm in a mood to like lay minus 160 with Canning. So yeah, no line value here. Cubs at the Giants, Davies at Desclafani. I hope that we will see some Cubs money here, as I really want to back the Giants. Desclafani, 3.5 ERA, 4.2 Sierra. He has a 50% ground ball rate, 30% hard hit rate, has been great at home, 278 wOBA. He's really shutting down righties, allowing just a 220 wOBA, 3.06 FIP against the right side of the plate. He got hit around in the last outing against the Dodgers, but I mean, the Cubs are way less scary than the Dodgers. Davies, not a guy I like, has almost a 6 Sierra, 12% walk rate, 7.6% swinging strike rate. He doesn't strike anyone out, kind of limits hard contact, and I think we could see some Cubs money here, as this is a good park shift for him. Giants are less carrier at home, way weaker against the right side of the plate. But I mean, Davies has an 83% contact rate and almost a 400 wOBA on the road. He's generally not good away from home. So yeah, I'm hoping for some Cubs money, and I would like to bag the Giants here. I make this minus 120. So yeah, we are still far away from having value on San Francisco here, and likely won't end up seeing this bet locked in. But yeah, I would definitely lean towards the Giants. New York Mets at the San Diego Padres. Walker at Darvish. Walker, again, coming off a really nice game, 5 innings, 8 Ks against Atlanta with 0 earned runs allowed. But, I mean, his Sierra is 1.5 runs higher than his ERA. He has a 10% plus walk rate. He's running with a 200 batting average on balls in play, a 2.5% home run to fly ball ratio, and he has a 25% plus line drive rates against both sides of the plate. His velocity is slightly up for this year. He's pitching well, but I think there is so much regression coming to him that I cannot trust him. Darvish, you know everything about him. Top 5 arm. He's a bit overpriced here, in my opinion. I'm closer to minus 160, and the line is almost minus 180 here. So I'm not going to get involved, but yeah, wouldn't back Walker. I'm still expecting regression, but if he comes through here again, I might revisit my opinion about him. So, summing it up, bet that we logged in is Colorado. If you have a book that lists pitchers, make sure to untick John Gray must start, as he won't be making the start. This is going to be Austin Gomber. Anything close to a pick'em, in my opinion, is a really good bet. And then the off the board games. So I expect Atlanta to open up around minus 120 to minus 125. Yankees should be around minus 175. Pittsburgh around the pick'em. I'm looking at the under here. If we get an 8, I will be backing the under, but I'm waiting for a weather update as well. But I made a quick look at this early, and the weather seemed pretty good for pitching, so this could be a play later today. Milwaukee should be around minus 130-ish with Brett Anderson. I'm staying away from this game, and I'm also staying away from the Minnesota KC game. I'm expecting Hap to open up as the really slight favorite. And the final game I'm looking at is the Cardinals. I make them minus 127 with Wainwright against Gutierrez. Hopefully there is some value here. I would really like to back St. Louis today. So yeah, Colorado is the bet, looking at the under in the Pittsburgh game, and maybe the Cardinals if we get a better line than mine. All right, let's talk some NBA. Haven't logged in anything yet. We only have 2 games on the board, so these are both game sixes. Both could be the final games for Portland and the LA Lakers. Portland is, I think, a bit overpriced here, laying 5 at home. Everyone is saying that must-win situation, of course, Dame time, etc. But we've seen the Dame times of all time in the last game. I mean, Dame played out of his mind. His underlying numbers are just ridiculous, and they still lost the game. So yeah, honestly, if I would have to take a side, I would take the points with Denver. I think Portland could win this game, but I mean, covering 5 points is not something I expect from them. You really need Lillard to play his best game like he did in the last outing, and then you need Nurkic to stay off foul trouble, which is like a 50-50 if that will happen. Obviously, by now, the Blazers know that they cannot play Cantor, as he will get slaughtered out there. Long term, I'm not a believer in either team. Denver is running with the Campazzo Rivers guard combo that's the weakest in the entire playoffs. Portland is now running with the 7-man rotation. I mean, you're playing your star players like 40 plus minutes each night. I think no matter who wins this, they will also get eliminated in the next round. But yeah, I'm around Blazers minus 3.5 here. So I show some value on Denver at 5, but I really have an issue backing this team with such a bad guard rotation. But they still do have the best player on the floor, and it's really not. We've seen that Portland really struggles to hold Jokic back. The only exception is if Nurkic has a really good game. But I think too many things have to come together for the Blazers to cover this one. Second and final game, Phoenix getting 2 points on the road. I'm looking to back Phoenix here. I think this will really be about health and nothing else. And Chris Paul looked fine in the last outing. 32 minutes, he scored 18, dished out 9 assists. He's probable for the game. Lakers tagged AD as questionable, but AD was hinting towards playing today. I think even if he plays, he just won't be 100%. This is really the shot for the Suns to just put this one away. Aiton has been playing amazing. He's leading the team in player efficiency rating, averaging 17 points, 12 rebounds in 37 minutes. Obviously, the backup centers could be an issue, but I mean, if Aiton can average close to 40 minutes with this level of efficiency, you can get away with Kaminsky and the other guys. So yeah, James, I always say, and I mean, I wasn't impressed by him really start since the Golden State playing game. Um, he still has his flashes, but you cannot expect him at 36 to play 40 minutes each game at 100% and to carry this team on his own, especially if you have such glaring issues with the chemistry and in the center position. I mean, Drummond is terrible. Gasol played kind of well in Game 4. Hopefully, we will see more of him today. That's probably for the best interest of the team. But yeah, I think probably the best move is to wait this one out. And if AD indeed plays, line could move back. And you can get a bit more line value on Phoenix. As for the money line, I would definitely play Phoenix on the money line. It's plus 116 now on BetCris. This was around plus 140 when it opened up. I don't think we will get back there even if AD is in. But if you could get like a plus 125 or plus 130, I think that's a bad. This is really, I think in the worst case, this is a coin flip game. And I kind of expect the Suns to put this one away. So yeah, this is it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I'm not sure I will be streaming tomorrow. I will be tweeting it out. I have some personal stuff to take care of in the morning, but if I'm back in time, we will be back tomorrow. If not, I will be back on Monday. So check my Twitter tomorrow before the stream time. All right, thanks for tuning in. If you want to take my wagers, you can go to patreon.com/thebarrelzone and join the Discord channel. Good luck with your wagers and have a great day.